Welcome to our team call tonight. I do have a couple quick announcements, and then I am your host, if you will. For those of you newbies on the call, each week we have a different host, a different leader on our team who shares any sort of value or challenge or anything fun that they want to share. And I asked you guys on our team page earlier today, what is one thing that you need help with? And a bunch of different people said, promoting the business. And so I thought it's a pretty broad topic, but I'm going to do my best on helping you come up with a plan and strategy and also take a little bit of action at the end so that we actually start implementing it rather than feeling like this is such a great call and then getting off and doing nothing. So like I said, quick updates. First and foremost, Beach Bars, the new vegan blend chocolate almond came in. If you haven't gotten them, mine just came in the other day and it's so good. It tastes to me like Cocoa Krispies. You know that cereal? It just tastes like that without milk. So it's so good, much more lighter and crispier than the other ones, but really, really good. And also, as of earlier this month, I want to say December 3rd, the monthly fix and the mindset membership launched. So anyone new that gets To Be Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix, those are the two nutrition courses that we have. It now comes with a monthly membership. It's very similar to how Whole30 has this, Weight Watchers has this, any official solid course out there has a monthly membership so that you don't just learn it all and then forget it or fall off track. It's so that you can stay in the loop, get new recipes, get new meal plans, talk to the trainer, things like that. And so that started this month. It officially launches in January. That's when it's going to be available on teambeachbody.com. There is an extra cost to it. Anybody can cancel it at any time. But for customers, it is $19.95 US or $24.95 Canadian. For coaches, it's only $14.95 US, $18.71 Canadian. So just something to keep in mind. And then last but not least, as of last night, there are updated promotion dates for Bar Blend. Bar Blend is the newest bar program. It's cardio, strength training, obviously bar and Pilates style. Initially, it wasn't going to launch until January 13th, but they bumped it up to January 3rd. So tonight we're going to talk all about different ways to promote it and whatnot, but you can mark that down for everybody who is getting bar this month. You do have 5 workouts still available right now, as well as a prep calendar. So people can still start the program right now, start the prep workouts right now, and then officially start it on January 3rd. Personally, I'm traveling until January 7th, which is a Tuesday. So I'm thinking of starting it on the 6th, that Monday, or just wait until I get back. So that's just what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen because as soon as I decided that we were going to do this topic, I was like, this seems like a good presentation topic. So I made a quick PowerPoint for you guys. And if you have any questions at all during it, just type it in the chat and then I will get to it after sharing my screen with you. Okay, so Fit Vibes Tribe, how to promote your business. First and foremost, I think is this big enough for you guys, by the way? Thumbs up if you can see. You can see. Okay. Decide what you want to promote. This isn't a lot packed on one slide. So I want you guys to really be conscious of how much we offer. We have coaching and coaching in general, but we also have coaching internships that we run or a new coach training, things like that. I call them my wellness community. Some of you call it your virtual gyms, your fitness boot camps, whatever you call it, we have that. And then we also have to promote our personal brand. And so decide what you want to promote and then what part about that. So like for coaching, for example, in December, Deed and I started our coach internship. All of you guys are and were welcome into it, as well as your newbie coaches, so that you don't have to do anything. You can always add people into what I'm doing. But we started a new coach internship, and so I was promoting that part of coaching. I was saying things like, hey, you're welcome to join my team, and when you do, you're going to be added to this internship where I'm going to teach you what to do every single day. That's one example for coaching. Another example for your wellness community, you could talk about a specific program, talk about bar, or if you're not doing bar, talk about the fact that this is your first ever wellness group and build some hype around that. And then lastly, your personal brand. This is mostly just you and your stories and building a connection with your followers. So realizing that you are very different than me and every other person on this call, and how we're different is from our stories and our perceptions, I guess, from what's happened and how we've grown and things like that. So decide what you want to promote. Okay, we'll come back to this. Then how to promote it. Diversify yourself. Everyone is everywhere. So you want to do posts on Facebook, on Instagram. You can even do it on Pinterest. You can save each picture on Pinterest. You want to also do stories, Instagram and Facebook. Do it on one place, just save it, put the same exact ones on the different platforms so it's saving time. And then also in personal conversations. If you're just doing one of these, you're missing the boat. For a long time, I was just doing posts because posts allow you to, take a second, think about it, write it out, have really good, I can do great posts. It completely slips my mind to talk about all these things we've talked about so far in my stories. And stories is like the number one area now to get interest. So while I was semi-building interest with my posts, I wasn't doing it in my stories on Facebook or Instagram. So for people that only watch stories, people literally watch stories now like it's TV. They just keep scrolling. So make sure that you're posting in all of these different areas. Next, make a list or lots of lists. I'm definitely a list person because I feel like it's so much easier to do everything when you have a list, especially for those of you guys that work full time. So here, hold on, where is it? Lists are later, but this list that we're going to be making is of things that you love about what you're promoting. So remember earlier we said, what do you want to promote? Coaching, your wellness group, or your personal brand. And keep in mind, we'll be doing all of these things. So what I would do is take out a piece of paper, or if you're like me, have an Excel spreadsheet and have one column be coaching. Have another column be challenge group. Have another column be personal brand. Okay, then once you have those made, you want to talk about things that you love. So just some quick examples for my challenge group. I would talk about my progress, the fact that I've overcome binge eating with the help of it. You could talk about the fact that you love all the variety of workouts. Right now I'm doing a lifting workout, so I can talk about that. I've never done bar. I'm really nervous to try a bar because I actually did a 30-minute quick pure bar class in Boston, and the teachers were doing it with us, and their legs were shaking like leaves, and they were staying in this squat the whole time. And I was getting up and taking breaks, and I was scared the crap out of me because I'm am I supposed to be doing that? So talking about that sort of experience. The trainer for the lifting program is the NBA trainer. The trainer for Bar Blend is also, I think she went to get her doctorate, but then switched, and she's been working at what are those big fitness studios? Equinox, all over. There's so many different trainers, so challenge group. You can also talk about the community. You can talk about, if you're part of Fit Squad Nation, how hashtag on Fridays we wear black. So fun things like that, right? So make a whole list of things that you love about the group. For coaching, quick ones. I love the community. I love that on a Monday night, we have 19 people on right now for our team call. I also love our coach internship, where we did just one task a day, super easy for super busy people that want to start to build a business. So again, think of what are your favorite parts of coaching. Lastly, brand. For this, I wouldn't say it's your favorite parts about your life. It's mostly your stories. What have you struggled with that you have now grown to at least have tips on? You do not need to have perfected every single part of your life, but what is an area of struggle that you're not struggling as much anymore? Write about that. Just quick brainstorm ideas, not full posts. Okay, so now we have 3 columns, tons of ideas, and this should take you a little bit of time. Once you get started, it's going to be much easier to be like, oh, this it reminded me of this situation, and this reminded me of this situation. And we're going to expand on it later once we actually create the post. But this is just a massive, just like jot down everything that's in your brain. Next, experiences with what you're promoting. So again, quick ideas. Experiences with workouts. So for those of you guys that do want to promote barre, I could share my experience of that being in that 30-minute bar. Usually, I think barre classes are usually an hour. So it's just 30 minutes now is dying. I could talk about that experience for me. You can talk about how you've never tried it. You can talk about how you tried it and died, or tried it and left it, or it was too easy for you, whatever it was. You can also talk about your nutrition, growth with that, what your favorite recipes are. Back to barre, if you have tried it, how much was it? Barre is definitely one of those things that are a little bit more expensive of a class. So talk about the fact that it cost, I think my twin sister went to a gym, a barre gym for a month, and I think it was like $150. Guys, it's part of our entire on-demand for $150 this month, and they get a whole year's access. So kind of doing some comparisons. To coaching, experiences with coaching, even if today is day 1, what was your experience on your first day? Were you welcomed in? Did you get a welcome email? Were you added to a whole bunch of communities on Facebook? If you're not brand new on your first day, what have you enjoyed about coaching so far? What is your business progress, even if that is growing your social media presence, or if it's earning 20 bucks and you didn't have to worry about buying a bottle of wine that you really wanted, anything at all. It doesn't have to be big. And then lastly, experiences with your personal brand, we kind of talked about. I talk a lot about overcoming emotional eating just because that's one of my personal stories. So again, that's expanding the list. First, what you love about what you're promoting, and then actual experiences. And this is important to note, the whole experiences, because this is where people can connect. I was at a leadership event 2 years ago, and Kendra Hall was speaking. She's actually going to be the speaker at Summit this year in New Orleans. So she is amazing, and you're going to get a lot of tips from her. But the thing that she started out her presentation saying something about how she was walking down her elementary school, and the walls were half blue, half white, because blue and white were her school colors. And she was wearing this, and she looked at her friend, and she was wearing those like tons of different colors because it was the 90s, and she was explaining it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my colors were blue and white. And it, like, in my head, I was picturing myself walking down that hallway. It was an experience. That wasn't even the point of her story, but she put me in there, right? Like, she put me in the story as if it were me experiencing that. That's the power of storytelling through experiences. Not, hey guys, I'm starting barre, want to do it with me? No, it's, one day I went into a 30-minute barre class, and I was trying to hold that squat, looking at everybody else in their leggings and those barre socks, and they were shaking like giving much more examples, explaining the experience. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Then lastly, what they'll get. So again, we're still doing lists, what they will get. So to the coaching opportunity, what they're going to get is you as really for anything, they're going to get you as a coach, you as their mentor, access to our community, tips from nutritionists, tips from you based on what you know from your nutrition and your fitness. For a personal brand, maybe they're going to get a freebie. I have one freebie that I created. It's 4 tips for food freedom, basically. And so you can offer that. So basically what we're doing is crafting what we have to offer, give them our personal experience, see if they can relate to that, and then what they can get from what we're offering, whether it's the wellness group or the coaching opportunity or just a freebie. Okay. Now, from all of that, next, we want to organize the content. So a few things here. Have a variety of posts. So what we've talked about so far, it's very, except the personal brand stuff, it's very it's all promotions, right? It's all about a group or coaching or some aspect of that. And that's not what we want when people come to our feed. We want to mix in lifestyle and stories. So if you go to, I should have taken a picture of my feed, but yesterday, was it yesterday? Let me pull it up real quick. 2 days ago. So on Friday, I did a very obvious, I opened it up saying, I opened up enrollment for I Slay the Decade Wellness Group less than 24 hours ago, and 3 spots are already taken. What you can expect from this uplifting and motivating group. Bam, bam, bam. And so that was on Friday. Then the next day, I did one about how January 1st is a comfort zone. So still kind of, I'm not promoting anything, but talking about how we don't need to wait until January 1st in order to start something. And then yesterday, I did one about my holiday card and how my cat didn't make it into Harry and my holiday card. So we did another picture with my cat showcasing that we just got our Christmas tree. Completely unrelated, right? It's lifestyle. But again, most people get a Christmas tree this time of year. So, and also I said, are your pets in your Christmas card with like the down below? And not too many people answered, but still it gets people thinking and relating to me about that lifestyle of just getting a Christmas tree and having pets in cards and things like that. Today, this is my last example. Today, I did one kind of in the middle. I'm just wearing a shirt that says I'm the bossy twin, and I'm saying bossy or knows what she wants and is okay with leading the pack. Hashtag perspective. Where are my fellow go-getters and dreamers at? So again, not really promoting anything, but so it's kind of lifestyle, but also like I'm definitely reaching out to every single person that liked it because they're go-getters and dreamers. So all that to say, mix in lifestyle and those personal stories that we talked about above with your wellness group or your coaching opportunity posts. Also, it'll be really helpful for you to identify your strategy. I'm going to share with you guys a couple ways that I've done this in the past and what I'm currently doing. In the past, it was really easy for me to do 2 weeks of focusing on coach promotions and 2 weeks talking about a group. So the way that I would do this, since actually it's December 16th right now, so we have basically 2 more weeks left in the year. The last 2 weeks of the month, I would focus on coaching, and I would talk about starting a new newbie coach internship, even if that just meant having them go through the training in our team page. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And every day from above all these lists, that I would pick out the ones that were coaching for 2 weeks. I would sprinkle in those posts. And then the first 2 weeks of the month, I would talk about a challenge group so that I could try and lock in Success Club and help a few people right away. So that was easy for me just because it was like first 2 weeks first 2 weeks wellness group, second 2 weeks coaching. What I found is that what you are posting about needs to also relate to what you're inviting to behind the scenes. And we're going to get to inviting. But when I was posting about coaching, I was still inviting behind the scenes to a wellness group. And people were like, no, I'm not interested, because all I was posting about was coaching. So they thought that it was coaching, if that makes sense. So now what I do, instead of two weeks of this and 2 weeks of that, I either do 1 week of group, 1 week of coaching, 1 week of group, 1 week of coaching, personal brands sprinkled all throughout. And I like that because it just gives me a focus for the week. Another way that I've seen other coaches do it is, I don't want to say every other day, because again, some days will be personal brand or just lifestyle stuff, but more or less it's every other. So maybe Monday is always about a wellness group because people fall off track on the weekends. And then Tuesday's lifestyle, Wednesday might be coaching. Thursday might also be coaching because it's our payday in Beachbody. And then Friday's lifestyle, Saturday is challenge group. You know what I mean? So it can be whatever you want, but I think just creating a strategy that you like, whether it's 1 week on of coaching, 1 week on of group, and vice versa, every other day, 2 weeks of something, or if you want, just a whole month. Once in October of 2016, I did all of October was coaching. I was like, what would happen if all I posted about was coaching? Like, would I grow my team like rapid fire? So play around with it and just come up with some sort of strategy. And I say strategy because it's going to make it so much easier so that when you do have to post, you're not like, crap, what do I post right now? You at least know, okay, this is my wellness group week. So let me go to my wellness group post ideas and pick an idea from there, because you already have a list of like 50 things. So just pick one and plunk it in that day. Another note on organizing your content is, like I mentioned earlier, do the post, but talk it out in your stories. A big mistake I made was that I would do a post and feel so good about it and then just completely forget to mention it in my story. And so I think all of you guys know you can actually share your post to a story. So do that just so to try and get more engagement on your post. But what's more important is talking it out on your stories, especially if you have an experience. So like that Pure Barre example, I can talk that out and try and not have it any more than 3 slides. If it's 3 slides of you talking, that's about the max someone will watch before swiping you away and going to the next story. So try and have 1 15-second or 2 30-second, max 45 seconds. So keep it short. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. Quick tip, a few tips actually, on your photos. Be in the photo if you can, or have a group picture like our team photo on the cruise here. I don't think stock images do very well at all anymore. They used to, but they don't anymore. I know that the other day I shared maybe like 7 different images that we can use in our stories for Bar Blend. When pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha launched, we also had stories for that. So I just wanted to share with you guys, I think that those are great, especially because the ones that we have for Bar were created by Bree Holland. So they are like for our team. It's not what every other coach is using. But I think I would only recommend doing that once and then saving it, if you really like it, saving it as a highlight on your story. That way, if people are interested, they can click on the highlight on your story rather than being bombarded with the same exact posts every single day. That's my personal preference. I know that there are coaches out there that do it and they like it because if they see something every single day, they're more likely to be like, fine, what is this? Let me finally read it. For me, if I see the same thing every day, I swipe on to the next. So I would say do it once, can't hurt. And also personalize it if you can. Maybe add a picture of yourself, or what would be amazing is do the free workout. There's a free workout of Bar. Do that workout, record every move just so that you can sprinkle those moves like one a day, maybe every Monday until it launches or something. And then lastly, share your progress. And this is for any sort of promotion that you're doing, but I was thinking mostly with your wellness group for this one. Share any past progress that you personally have with any of the programs. And also the prep week. I was just in one of our groups and there were 10 workouts for coaches. Now it's down to 5. You can for Bar Blend, but you can do the 5 twice. So it worked out to 10 workouts. She saw crazy results by doing those first 10 workouts of Bar Blend. And she took a before picture and an after picture. And she said it wasn't even supposed to be a before and after of the 10. It was supposed to be her kind of making fun of herself doing the poses that Elise is doing. Elise has this pose that she's like sitting on a chair and like arching her back and looking so graceful. And this girl is not graceful. So she did a before picture and then in another one after the 10 days. And it was like, holy crap, she's so tight in tone. And now she's going to be using it for before and after. So I remember when Sean Week launched, it's only a 7-day program. I saw crazy results in 7 days with that. So show progress and do the 3-day refresh cleanse or something. You can see results so quickly, and then you have a personal story to share. Also, all of our stories in here, unless you don't want to be shared, just type that with your stories, or your posts. But we are all open to using each other's photos and sharing each other's stories and all of that. So if you ever see my picture or anyone in our team page, sharing is caring, and we share it so that you can also share it on your feed. And also, like I said here, do the prep week or any of the prep weeks and showcase what you love. And it doesn't even need to be a physical transformation, you guys. It can be the fact that in 5 days of Bar Blend, you finally got your mindset right, because it comes with affirmation cards. And if you haven't gotten them yet, they're amazing. But pick an affirmation. In 5 days, your mindset is going to be completely turned around about fitness, because you're dedicating your workout to something bigger and broader and an experience, not just like, oh, I have to do this workout. Or maybe it's the fact that you followed a meal plan or started the nutrition course or something. So again, just think of all of the different ways that you feel better, not just the scale or pictures. Okay, conversations. So that's all, tons of tips on how to create post ideas, organize your post ideas. But like I said, that's for posting and stories. Conversations is where it all happens for me. I've been coaching for 6 years, and I'm not proud to say this, but I'd like to say that only 5 times has somebody come to me and said, hey, I want to do this. Okay. It's all been from me starting the conversation. So one way that I do that is not listed here, reach out to your warm market. So I guess I do kind of mention it here. Your warm market is open up your Instagram page. It's everybody who's liking your posts. It's everybody who's following you. It's everybody who's watching your stories. They're interested, you guys. They didn't unfollow for a reason. They didn't swipe away from your stories for a reason. They didn't like that picture for no reason at all, so they are interested in something. So one thing that I say that is not on this slide is reach out to those people and just say hi. I love the analogy of us having a storefront. Everything that we do right now is online. At least everything I do for my coaching business is online. So my social media is the storefront. People coming into my storefront are these likers and story watchers and followers. They've walked into my store. They've walked into my Samantha.says, I don't even know my Samantha.s.says account, right? If I was a store owner, I wouldn't just sit behind the cash register, pray that they buy something, never say anything to them, and then they leave. And I'm like, oh no, they didn't buy anything. No, if I'm the store owner, I'm going to walk out from behind the cash register, say hi, ask where they're from, see what they're looking for in this store, ask if they have any questions or struggle areas, recommend some products, and then see if they want to buy it. If they do, I'll cash them out. If not, I will let them leave, and we'll talk about that in a second. So say something to your likers, story watchers, and followers. It can be as simple as, hey babe, I see you peeping my stories. Are you also on a wellness journey? That's what I say. Or you could just say, some people make it really, I think it's fancy, like, hey, so-and-so, thanks so much for watching my story. Thanks so much for liking my post, or thanks so much for following me. I'm Sam, and I've just moved to Maine, and you'll see me posting a lot about my pets, Sailor and Leopold, with the dog emoji and the cat emoji. I'd love to learn more about you. Where are you from? That's an old one that I used to say. And a lot of people would respond just saying like Toronto, or Montana or UK. Short. But then it's our job to continue that, right? If we're a store owner, we'd be like, oh my gosh, cool, I've never been there. How was it? Or that's amazing, I actually went there for my anniversary 2 years ago. Continue the conversation like that. Okay, so that's how we start conversations. But what this slide is about is how to help you promote your groups or coaching through conversations. So with all of these people, and also I mentioned people in real life, right? Like people in real life, you're not gonna say like the thanks for following me, but those people in real life, ask how their holiday season is going. Hey, so-and-so, it's been so long. How's your holiday season going? I love saying like happy Monday or happy hump day, happy almost Friday, happy Friday. Like I have something I say for every day of the week. And I just end with like, how's your week going? Or how was your weekend? Or how's your holiday season? Are you all done Christmas shopping? Things like that. Then get excited about what you're promoting. When you are excited about what you're promoting, even if they say no, it's fun for you and for them. When you are excited, people can tell. Even though we're typing it out, people can tell. So first of all, get yourself in that state of like, oh my gosh, this is scary AF. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go for it, and it's going to be so much fun. Get in that headspace. And then keep it super simple. So I just typed one up super fast. Hey, I'm starting my first official workout program. It's a blend of bar, cardio, and strength training. Would you maybe want to do this with me? I can send you some more details on the program and group. Hey, I barely know what I'm doing, but I just signed up as an online wellness coach, and I'm so freaking excited to earn an income while focusing on my own wellness. I think you'd be amazing, or it'd be so fun to do this with you. Can I send you some details? Short and sweet. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what it is or why I'm excited about it. Can I send you details? And that's something that is semi-new within the past couple of months, is this line right here. Can I send you more details? I used to say, would you be open to learning more information or something? And I like that as well, because that's like, everyone wants to be open for something, right? No one's going to say no, like they're closed off to it. But I love, can I send you more details? Because it's direct. And people are like, I've heard so many more times, sure. I'm like, great. And then I just follow my snippets. Okay, so that's just one extra tip of what I'm doing right now. Now, what to say? If they say yes, follow the snippets. Okay, I have a snippet, it's in Fit Vibes Tribe. Click on Files. It's called Customer Conversation, or it might just be called Snippets. But anyways, click on that. It guides you through exactly what to say. And actually, I'm a visual learner, so I'm going to pull it up for you guys right now. It's called, like I said, Customer Conversation. And if you didn't like the invite script that I just shared with you guys, here are a ton of intro messages to start your conversations, a message to send to your first list of 30, more invite scripts if you scroll down. So take these and make them sound like you. But once my computer catches up, all right, here, they're interested in a challenge group. Now what? So if they say, sure, tell me more, yeah, sure, why not? This is what I say. I run these groups on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. So I'd love to start learning more about you. What sorts of goals are you striving to reach right now? Then they say, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds or whatever. Then these are the list of questions that I ask. I want to know, are they open to trying some new workouts? How are they sore after their workouts? How's their nutrition? Do they struggle with anything? And how are their energy levels, digestion, and hair, skin, and nails? So no matter what they say, I ask these questions one at a time, and I relate back to what they said. So if they said, I'm looking to lose 10 pounds, I'd be like, girl, we've got this. I'm so excited to help you. Are you open to doing new workouts, or are you all set with your fitness routine? And they say, yeah, I'm totally down. I also go to the gym. Cool. I used to go to the gym too, and I love their classes. Do you get sore after your workouts? So one line of just relating. Relate, relate, relate. How can you relate to their, great, I just lost 10 pounds. We've got this. Next question. So relate and then move on to the next question. So it moves pretty fast. One thing, every now and then people ask how much it is right away. So here's a little blurb for you on that. And then we make a recommendation. I got off track, but that's what we do when they say, sure, tell me more information. You're also going to hear people say no. And especially this time of year, because people are saving up for Christmas and whatnot, but also don't let that stop you. I was telling a couple people today, I sign up so many people from December 26th to December 31st, because it's finally after Christmas. They may have Christmas money, and or they're like, holy crap, it's January 1st in a couple of days. I need to get something so I can start on the 1st. So no matter where you're at in your business this month, keep the hope alive. So many people are going to be looking for something after Christmas. Okay, so keep the hope. There are people. And when they say no, I forgot to add this in. I'm going to add it in right now. Ask why. And I say ask why in a very casual way. I say, no problem at all. It's not for everyone. Just curious, so what part doesn't seem like a good fit for you? That way, they're basically telling you their objection. They don't have enough time, or they don't have the money, or something like that. And in that case, just because I don't want this to go for too long, take that, message me or your upline coach with, they said no because of this cost, or they said no because of this, and we will help you with responding. We hear no every single day. So hear no, embrace it, ask why not, and then we can help you overcome it from there. But most importantly, leave them better. One thing that I've been asking at the end when they say no is, can I at least send you a free workout? It's the least that I could do, right? We have a free workout. I don't know if you guys know this, for every program on Vimeo.com. So I have just a couple saved. I saved one from Morning Meltdown, one from Bar Blend, one from Transform 20, and one from 6 weeks at the work. So if they say sure, then I'll say great. Do you want a lifting one? Do you want a high intensity step one? Do you want a bar one? Or do you want whatever the other one was? And then, or all four. And then I will send them one. So leave them better, even if it's with a recipe or whatever speaks to you. Now, when they say yes, key thing to note is follow up. Inviting is just planting the seed. They always sign up during the follow up. So make sure that you reach back out to them and say, hey, were you ready to get signed up today? Or hey, were you still thinking about joining us? Or hey, it's Friday and most people get paid today. I have a couple spots left. Did you want to get signed up and join us? When they say no, re-invite. No really, really, really does mean not right now. It means not right now either, because they do need to save up, or most of the time they're just building trust in you. They want to know that you're the coach that's going to be here in 3 months, that's going to be here in 6 months. So keep showing up and keep re-inviting them. Okay, but what if? I know some of you guys are like, okay, yeah, but I'm not doing the newest program, so what do I do? Or I don't know anything about any of these workouts, so what do I do? Or I don't even know where to start. So I have a couple tips for you guys, and start thinking of questions that you have if I haven't targeted your specific question. And then I have one more slide before we're going to take some work. Okay, so if you're not doing the newest program, we've talked a lot about Bar Blend just because that's the newest one launching. I want to highlight, you want to promote your group, not the program. And you guys, I am doing Bar Blend. I'm going to start that in January, but even still, I'm promoting my group. And the way that I have my group is Fit Squad Nation. Most of you guys are in there. It's a lifelong group. Every month, we have a new theme, though. And so our theme is Slay the Decade, starting in January. That's what I'm promoting. And that's what you guys can promote too. Again, anything that I have is yours too. So I'm promoting Slay the Decade. So again, it's the group and the theme. I'm doing bar. Other people are doing Lift 4. Other people are doing Transform 20. Other people are doing Morning Meltdown. So remember that, yes, bar is launching, but you don't have to be doing it and promoting just that one program. At the same time, don't just completely ignore it, because Beachbody spends millions of dollars. Literally, last year they spent $46 million, and by last year I mean in 2019, they spent $46 million in advertising. And they told us at leadership this year that they're going to up that to $176 million in 2020. That's a crap ton of promotion that we all get to benefit from. They're going to be amping up TV commercials and radio commercials and their social media. Already people know about bar. You want your people who follow Beachbody on social media or whatever to come to you about it. So at least don't ignore that there's a launch. At least mention that there's a new bar program. You don't have to say that you're doing it, but mention it in your post. And you can even do a poll or something saying, are you interested in bar or lifting? You know, or like have some sort of fun interaction. Now, what if you don't know anything about the newest program or any of the programs at all? And I spelled that word wrong. Couple things to do here. We're going to group that. Couple things to do if you don't know anything about it. Number one, in your online office, if you go to support training, grow my business, or sorry, support training, product toolkits, I think it is, or there's also grow my business. There is an entire training for each program. So you can click on Bar Blend, and not only is it going to give you images for it, but there's a coach document that tells you who this program is good for, key things to know when you talk about this program. So all of the things. So do your research in there if you're a research style. Otherwise, my best tip would be do the workout, right? Like that free Vimeo one, do it, even if you're not planning on actually completing the program. But that way, you at least have 30 minutes of experience that you can talk about how it was, how you felt during it. Was it difficult? How was the trainer? Was she sweet or was she scary? You can also learn more about the meal plans in that document like that I mentioned in the Grow My Business portion. in our online office. If you want to know where that is, type it in the chat and then I can show you guys. So just do a little bit of research on it. And then third is just ask us. A lot of us are promoting it. And so if you see us sharing something or have a question about it, just ask in Fit Vibes Tribe. We are all more than happy to share. Now, what if you're confused on what to promote? We've gone over so much stuff. My best tip is start with something and start with 1 week at a time. I almost put 1 day at a time, but I really think that it's important to visually see 1 week in advance so you can say, okay, Mondays are so busy for me, so I'm just going to do a lifestyle post. Tuesday, I have more time, so this week I'm going to do wellness group. So I'm going to pick a post idea from here. And then Wednesday can be this. So start 1 week at a time and just pick one thing. Again, it's either coaching or your wellness group with lifestyle and personal brand mixed in. Okay, time for questions before we go into our action. I see some, let me open up the chat. Yes, be the best store owner, you guys. Does it sound like it would benefit you? From Ash. I like that. Fully sign up on 12/28. Yeah. You also say, don't worry, I won't try and convince you. I do say that because I'm the person that's like, if someone challenges me, I'm like, oh, they're just going to try and sell me something. So I say, when they say no, they're not interested, I say, okay, just curious. Do you mind if I ask why? Don't worry. I'm not here to convince you, just trying to learn a little bit more. I use the free workout line and they seem to love it, or the people that have given me the Christmas excuse. For people that give me the Christmas excuse, you guys, or like the cost excuse, invite them to coaching. I'm always like, I totally get it. This is such an expensive time of year. Would you ever consider sharing your wellness journey on social media to not only inspire others, but actually earn an income while doing it? And they usually don't sign up right then and there, but it plants the seed, right? And then when they do sign up, they usually sign up because they want to try and earn some money at it too. Okay, ready for our work? What we're gonna do, number one, come up with your strategy. So I want you guys to type in the chat, and let me pull up the chat box, what your strategy is. Again, your strategy is your posting strategy. Are you going to do 1 week of coaching, 1 week of wellness group, maybe 2 weeks of coaching, 2 weeks of wellness group, every other day sort of thing? Pick one now. And again, if you're overwhelmed, pick this week. It's a Monday, so perfect timing. This week, what are you going to focus on? And type it in the chat. I'm going to be promoting my Slay the Decade. Fitness opportunity. And remember, it all needs to be talked about. So if you're confused and twirling your thumbs, just pick one. Barb this week, nice. Promoting our group and my stories with health and fitness. Promoting wellness this week. Group accountability, nice. Keep it coming. Coaching because I just did a sneak peek, nice. Thinking about doing every other week, so this week I'll do coaching, love it. Promoting our group and sharing me doing the bar blend, nice. And one thing I want to point out too, no matter, you guys, my bedtime reminder just popped up on my phone. That's how old I am. Mine did too. Wellness group, awesome. 2 wellness groups. Need to get my coaching game face on a bit stronger before I try and make myself look like a fool. Well, that's what I was actually going to say is no matter even if today is your day 1 of coaching, it's always going to be scary, but talk about coaching. The way that I've been able to build a solid team of you guys is by talking about coaching. Starting on day 1, I knew that I wanted to grow a team. Even though I had 0 clue what I was doing, I was like, hey, who wants to do this with me? And it'll be a lot of fun. So it's okay. You're not supposed to know how to lead a team right now or any of that, but we'll be here to help you every step of the way. Looking like a full release to everyone. Again, lead with excitement. An excited fool, you're going to get people signed up with you. If you're just like, do you want to, I don't know, if not. There's this meme, completely unrelated, but it's for Enneagram 9s, which is me. It's like peacemakers. And it says, when we're asking for a favor, it's like, hey, would you mind helping me out with this? If not, no worries at all. And in fact, I can probably just do it on my own. You know what? Don't worry about it. Are you mad at me? I feel like if that's the hesitation that we have with inviting, people are gonna be like, yeah, no, you can do it on your own. But if you're like, girl, you need to be doing this with me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Want to do it? You're gonna get more interest. Okay, so lead with that excitement. Okay, so most of you came up with your strategy for this week at least. Now we're gonna make our lists. So I'm not gonna play music on my end because the recording won't be able to go, but turn on your music. We're only gonna do it for 2 minutes. I'm gonna pull up my timer for 2 minutes, and I'm going to scroll up to give you some ideas on what your lists are. So based on what you just said for your strategy, at least for this week, make your list about things that you love about that. So it's not a lot of you guys are going to be talking about fitness or your wellness group. What do you love about your fitness or your transformation or the fitness group or bar or the trainer or any of that? Okay, so for 2 minutes, just make one really, really long list. And if you want, as you're doing it, share it in the chat just so that we can all get some ideas. I'm going to turn on my timer and start my own list. Okay, 2 minutes and start. Keep going, guys. We got 20 seconds left. There are some ideas in the chat too. The community, the shortness of the workouts, the variety, the constant yummy recipes, the inspirational women seeing results, holiday food ideas. Ooh, that's a good one. Other women logging their workouts pump me up. Knowing I have people up and working out at the same time as me. Time is up. Even when it's early AF, I have that accountability and motivation. Fun. Need meal ideas. I have a place to go. Want to work out with someone. Wellness group. Energy chugs. That's a fun one. So much more value than a gym. Your very own cheer squad. Love that. The price. Way cheaper than a year at the gym. Yeah. Hallie, clearly you've been to a gym and have maybe paid for a gym. What was the cost of your gym? How many months were you active for? Did they have classes for it? Dive into that. I don't have to think, I don't have to think about what exercises to do. Don't have to commute to the gym. That's a big one. Motivation for a group like whoa. Inspiration from our top coaches that can make my life completely unreal. Never done bar before, not graceful or a dancer. Ready for a new challenge, cheaper than local studio. Classes on my time. Love it. Let's see if I had anything other than that. Oh, one thing I wrote down is prep week. I think it's really cool to have a prep week where you focus on like preparing for the whole group. Also, I follow 2B Mindset. So I wrote down Plate It Method. In 2B Mindset, you are taught what your plate should look like at each meal. So, and I think that's so super helpful, especially when traveling and during the holidays. So I wrote that down too. The constant check-in on Fit Squad Nation inspires me to get my ass in gear when I want to stay in bed. Yes, I love it. So this is your list. Let's go back down to our challenge. So we have our strategy, we have our lists, and now create a 1 week posting plan. So I don't know about you guys, but I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. And like I mentioned, we don't want to do a physical post about this every single day, right? We want to be relatable and add in some lifestyle stuff. So I would say, for those of you promoting, well, whatever, but your wellness group, I would say to do 3, maximum of 4 posts about your wellness group. If you're doing coaching, 3, maximum 4 posts about coaching. Now, with that list that you have, definitely once a day, mention it in your stories, because it can be as short as how I just read that, or as you guys saying like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired today. Thank the Lord for my accountability group and the fact that we all work out at 6 a.m. on Zoom. Short and sweet, 15 seconds or less. So definitely in your stories each day, keep that list that you just came up with. But we're going to take another 2 minutes and I want you to write out for the remainder of this week, so Tuesday through Sunday, what you're going to be posting about. And start. All right, guys, 2 minutes is up. So in case you haven't seen in the chat, what I'm going to be doing, I'm again promoting a wellness group. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about my Plate It method and trying to relate it to Tasty Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to be posting about the variety of workouts and how when I lived in Boston, I used to do ClassPass. So somehow I'll probably try and throw in bar in that. Thursday, I'm going to do lifestyle. Not sure, I have to do my list that you guys already did for that. Friday, I'm going to say how there's a few spots left in my Slay the Squad group. Saturday, I'm traveling, so it's just going to be a lifestyle freedom day. Sunday, talk about nutrition during the holidays and how I'm able to stay on track. So Gretchen said Tuesday is a coaching post regarding not stressing about paying for Christmas gifts. Nice. Tuesday, Jess is going to do need support. Wednesday, new workout program. So Gret, are you doing like every other day coaching group? Yeah. Yeah, so Wednesday she's going to do a new program. Thursday, travel and freedom, having to her own biz. Friday, Friends from coaching. I love it. And this is a lot that we're doing in a short amount of time. So honestly, guys, if you at least have that list and your strategy, you can piece together what you want to do. Coley says Tuesday, trying a new program. Wednesday, holidays are almost here. Thursday, cheaper gym. I've got to do that one too. That's a good one. Friday, gift wrapping with coach money. Nice. Saturday, 6-week transformation. Sunday, Santa veggie platter. IGTV. Nice. Coley, I'll stop sharing now because I'm all done with my presentation. Coley did an IGTV on how to create this massive snowflake with coat hangers. Another great way to just showcase yourself and your hobbies and whoever you are and whatever you like to do. Doesn't all have to be fitness and nutrition. D, Tuesday is Christmas party with the hubby and feeling good in my outfit. Wednesday, birthday giveaway. Thursday, coaching makes me dream bigger to see my dream living spaces. Friday, meal plan share. Saturday, Patriots game, and Sunday, how I ditch the excuses. Coley is the coolest person I know. I love it. So you guys, was this completely overwhelming, or do you feel a little bit better about how to plan your week and or rest of the month? And does anyone have any questions? Gretchen and her Lizzo. I love it. So you guys, I really do want to see, I'm going to post this recording and I want to see what your plan is, whether you want to write it out, or I do almost everything from my phone. So just write it out in your notes app. And then that way you can, I like to do like the little bubble next to it so you can check it off as you do it and it feels really satisfying for some reason. Whatever you want to do, take a picture of that and post it in the recording, just so that not only it's accountability for you, so that you can look back and say, this is what I'm going to be doing, but also I know that some of you guys are still feeling like, I don't know what to post, or this is too much. So by each of us sharing what we're doing, we are all getting more ideas, even if it's not for this week, for next week. Like, I didn't even think of the gym thing. It can totally relate to me. Then I should probably do a post about that. I'll do it next week, type of thing. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and staying on and diving into your businesses. I love this type of training because it gives you ownership. You guys own your own businesses. And while we can't control when people sign up or what they sign up for, you can control being organized and having a plan and also taking action on that. So thank you for showing up. Let's do a boomerang. I saw one of you guys get your phone out. And then I'll let you go. Okay, I'm going to count us down. Hallie, keep going. I see you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh man, keep going. I did a regular photo. Woo! I love it. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night.